All right, hey guys, Jono and Travis here, Fitness Education Online. I want to do a live video today about how you can come up with pretty much unlimited workouts for boot camp this year. Now, we'll give everyone a few seconds to jump on and whatnot. In the meantime, if you're watching this video, just hit like. A couple of reasons why. Number one, we know who's watching it. Number two, the more people that like these videos, the more other people that see it, and we want everyone to see this video because it's awesome. All right, so if you're watching this now, just hit like. Even if you're watching it later, hit like as well. Any questions, you can comment them. We got Brenda behind the camera anyway. She can yell them out to us. All right, now let's get into it. So, boot camp workouts. So this is sort of a combination that I've come up with from like different boot camp workouts, but also just outdoor one-on-one PT. So with boot camp workouts, what I like to do there is keep them varied, because I've always ran a lot of boot camps, right? For about 5 years, I pretty much ran 6 boot camps a week, every week for 12 weeks, and then repeated again for 5 years. So I found that sometimes it's easy to overdo circuits, you know? And if all you're doing is like circuits Tabata, circuits Tabata, circuits Tabata boxing, it can get super boring for both the trainer and the participants. So what I wanted to do is put together a whole heap of different boot camp styles. So not only have you got the circuit and the Tabata, but here's the 12 cones, here's the 100 club, here's the matrix, here's the celebrity body, here's the phone number, here's the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, here's the 3x3, here's the stair session, here's the beach session, here's the celebrity body, here's the phone number, here's the trap, here's the Tabata. So there's a whole heap of different boot camp styles, so you never repeat the same workout. You know, even if it's the same exercises. Sorry, were you going to say?
I was going to say, very rarely repeat the same workout.
Exactly. So that was sort of the boot camp side of things. Now, when I was doing outdoor PT, it was a little bit different because the workouts are a little different. Yeah. Sometimes if it's one-on-one, you can't play a lot of the games, you can't do the competitions, and then even equipment-wise, right? Like if I'm coming down to boot camp and there's 25, 30 people there, I don't mind bringing a few kettlebells, a few med balls, that sort of thing. But if there's one person,
yeah, you don't want to bring down a bunch of equipment for just one person typically.
Exactly. And that's why I thought, all right, how can I make this as convenient as possible? What I want to do is just bring down one bit of equipment and give that one client a 20, 30, 40-minute workout with just that one bit of equipment. And if you do it like that, if you use the subtle differences between equipment, which is what we're going to show you now, you can come up with pretty much endless variations using pretty much the same exercises. So like the exercises I like to use are pretty much a hinge, a squat, a lunge, a push, and a pull. Pretty much, give or take some variation of that. And we've just got 3 bits of equipment here, and Trav's going to give us a bit of a demo. Let's just say, what do you want to start with, Trav?
It doesn't matter.
What's your favorite?
We'll go kettlebell.
I knew it. All right. So let's say the kettlebell. If we're going to do that workout with a kettlebell, Trav might do, let's just say it's an AMRAP. Let's say everything is just a 20-minute AMRAP. You've got 5 exercises, 20 reps on each. Okay? Trav will just demonstrate a few to get the idea behind it. Let's say the kettlebell, the hinge might be a swing. So Trav will do 20 swings. He'll just do 3 or 4 now. The squat might be a squat and rotational press. All right, the lunge might be a curtsy lunge, either rack or other weight. All right, the row might be a bench over row. And then the push-up might be body weight push-ups. All right, and Trav could go through that. You could give him 20 reps and say, yeah, you could do it with kettlebell too. And you could just say to Trav, look, there's the workout. You do 20 reps of each one of those. Go as much as you can for 20 minutes. Maybe after every round he does a run to the pole and back. Yeah. All right? Now you can do pretty much that exact same workout with a med ball, but watch the subtle differences. Now the hinge might be a good morning. So Trav will do a good morning as his hinge. His squat might be a squat and throw to the trainer. Oh, he's stronger than me. That's a heavy ball.
You grab the heavy one.
His lunge might be a lunge and wood chopper. His push-up might be med ball push-ups. And he could do, 10 on one arm and then switch on the other arm or either way. His row might just be a body weight Superman. All right, and that could be his workout there and say, hey, Trav, it's 20 minutes, you do 20 reps of those, and after you've done one round, you go and do 200 skips and then repeat. He can do the same thing with a power bag. He can do the same thing with a power bag, but just slightly change again. His hinge might be a deadlift. His squat might be, what do you want to do, Trav? Zerka squat? Zerka squat. All right, what lunge do you want to do, Trav?
We'll do Zerka with the rotation.
Yeah, perfect. All right, his row might be a bench over row. And then his push-up might just be body weight push-ups. All right, and then once again, you could say, all right, Travis, that's the workout. Do 20 reps of each one of those. And then after a round, you go and do 20 battle rope slams and then repeat again. You can see there how it's pretty much the exact same workout, right?
Yeah.
But all of those feel different.
Yes.
All right, there's a difference between, you know, a med ball squat and throw and a rack squat and a bench over row with the power bag and a bench over row with the kettlebell. And if you program it like that, let's just say you're training someone, just for example, 3 times a week, you could give them a 20-minute AMRAP with just a hinge, squat, lunge, push, pull, but you just bring one of those things down each week and it's a completely different workout.
Yeah, it's a good way of thinking of programming the workouts with those sort of patterns involved.
Yeah.
They're very efficient.
Exactly. And then the other thing as well, that's if you're doing the exact same. Now let's say you vary it up. Let's say, all right, on Monday, we're going to do the AMRAP with a kettlebell.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, we're going to do the accumulator. So instead of saying it's 20 reps of everything, we say, all right, you've got 20 minutes. Here are your 5 exercises. Do 3 reps of each. Then do 6 reps of each. Then do 9 reps of each. But say on Monday you did the kettlebell AMRAP. Wednesday you're doing the med ball accumulator.
Yeah.
All right. On Friday you might say, all right, now we're going to do a 10-to-1. So it's a beat the clock, you know. Here are your 5 exercises. They're with a power bag now. Yep. Do 10 reps of them all, 9 reps of them all, 8 reps of them all. See how quick you can get to 1. If you do it like that, you just continuously, there's continuous options. And that's just with one bit of equipment.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to bring down 2. Maybe you say, hey, you know, this week I'm going to bring a kettlebell and a TRX. And I'll do the first 2 exercises on the TRX and the next 3 on the kettlebell. And then the next week you switch it.
Yeah.
And say, all right, whatever exercise I did with the TRX, I did with the kettlebell.
Yeah, I think it's just a great way of using limited equipment and using your knowledge of how to use one bit of equipment in a different way. Whether it be, like you've mentioned, simple thing with the throw with the med ball. You can't really do that with any of the other ones. But it works well with the med ball, and it's a good way to incorporate that med ball in a slightly different way than say, a squat and a press, you know what I mean? Like it's a cool, a really efficient way, whether it be with one-on-one or even groups as well. There's other ways, you know, you can play around with it with the groups as well.
Exactly, and that same format pretty much works with boot camp. It's just going to depend on your numbers and your equipment. But let's just say, for example, you're like, all right, I'm going to do that in boot camp and I've got 20 participants. All right, sweet. As long as I've got 5 med balls and 5 kettlebells, I can fiddle around with that. It's just going to mean that you're going to need more body weight stuff in there. So everyone can't be a kettlebell exercise because you've only got 1 between 5. But maybe 1 in 5 can be a kettlebell, 1 in 5 can be a med ball, and then the other 3 can be body weight or whatever it may be.
Easy.
Yeah. That's all from my end. Anything to add, Trav?
No, that's it. I think it's a super efficient way of looking at your programming where you're adding in those hinge, the squats, the push, the pulls. I think it's just a very efficient way to organise programs.
Exactly. And then you can always throw a random one in, you know? Okay, here's the 5.
Rotation within them.
Exactly. Small rotation stuff, maybe some planking stuff, you know, some side lunges. You can always throw something different in there to vary it up. All right. Anyway, that's today's video. If you liked it, just hit like so we know that you liked it. Any questions, comment them below. I'll be checking on this the next day or so. Anyway, have a good day.